In this video, I'm going to explain how to do a newborn baby shoot with twins. It's amazing how quickly tiny newborns can change into chubby babies, so to capture the newborn stage we need to get in there quick. Ideally, we want to photograph them within the first 2 weeks of birth. If the babies arrive early, as twins often do, then we have a little longer to organise the session. A shoot like this is easily done at the family home, as we don't necessarily need a huge space to work with, and we're more likely to have relaxed babies and parents in their own environment. We don't need any fancy lighting for this. Window light is ideal. It's soft, flattering, and falls off gently. The large windows in the living room here are perfect. If necessary, we can rearrange the furniture to create a space next to the window. Now let's talk styling. We want a contemporary look for our baby photos, and a big part of this is picking the right colours and textures for the backdrop. I've brought along a few items I got from a site called babyprops.co.uk, a dedicated baby photography site where you can find all kinds of lovely stretchy blankets, adorable hats, and other useful props. We need to construct sort of a small set for our shoot. The foundation is vital, as this will help hold the babies in place. Some baby photographers swear by dedicated beanbags, while others use cushions or even dog beds. I've got a soft beanbag here with a couple of light stands behind to hold up the blanket. Once the foundations are laid, we can clip the blanket over the top to create our makeshift newborn natural light studio. If we want comfortable babies, we also need to think about the temperature. It should be warm enough so that I only need a light shirt. I've brought along a portable heater just in case. Newborns spend most of their time asleep, which is what we want for our shoot. But all the commotion might disturb them, so I've also got a white noise track that I'm going to play on my iPad here. People look more natural when lit from slightly above, as this is where we're used to seeing the light falling on them from the sky. Even when lying down, this applies. So we angle the babies so that the light falls from a downward angle onto their faces. A reflector is a great help on any natural light shoot, as we can bounce light back into the shadows to even out the contrast. As for camera settings, my camera is in manual mode with a shutter speed of 1/200th of a second and auto ISO, which means the ISO will adapt to give me a correct exposure. As for aperture, that's at f3.5. Anything wider than this might be too shallow to give us enough depth of field. As for lenses, with their wide apertures and excellent optics, prime lenses are a good choice. I'm using a couple of primes here, a 50mm f1.4 and a longer macro lens. The posing can be the most challenging part of newborn photography. It can be hard enough to position one baby in a tidy, pleasing way, especially with the arms and legs flailing. With two babies, it's doubly hard, and when they're naked, there's the added challenge of hiding the private parts with carefully positioned legs. But with patience and gentle manipulation, we got there in the end. I'd recommend taking plenty of shots of each pose. That way we can combine the best bits in Photoshop later if necessary. At times during our shoot, one of the babies would need a feed, which gave us the chance to focus on the other one. It's also worth trying a few close-up detail shots. Here we asked the dad to cup his daughter's feet in his hands to get an impression of scale between the two. With twins, we need to be careful about the plane of focus when shooting wide open. Their eyes should be on the same plane of focus. However, if they're not quite lined up, I can shoot 2 frames in rough alignment to make sure both sets of eyes are sharp and then combine them later. A newborn shoot is certainly a challenge, but with patience and perseverance, the results are worth it. Here are some of my favourite shots from the day.